So that's London to Minneapolis, and we're speaking to the excellent and very talented singer, Sarah Walk. How are you, Sarah?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you very much for taking the time to do this. I'm very impressed by the new single, which is Keep On Dreaming. And I'm staggered to actually read that it is your debut single as well.
Yes, it is. It is indeed. We came out with like a acousticy video before that, but this is the first single from the actual record, so yeah.
One of the reasons why I love it, in particular the lyrics, because they make a reference to a woman. And obviously it's a kind of heartfelt track, and I think it's quite a rarity for a track to be gender specific when it's a woman singing about a woman or a man singing about a man, and I just think it's really refreshing, and it's great to hear that.
Thank you. Yeah, it wasn't anything I guess it was a conscious thing, but it's just you want to be as honest as possible, and so that's the story and that was the narrative, so it seemed to make sense to me.
My first record that I bought was Olivia Newton-John, and it was A Little More Love.
Nice.
And I think I was about 8 at the time. What was the first song that you bought?
Well, the first record I think I actually bought was the band Third Eye Blind. Yeah, they're like self-titled one. It was like, I must have been like 6 or 7. And it's kind of a funny choice because it's like it's like a rock, alternative band or whatever. But I have an older brother, and for whatever reason, he wanted to get it. I definitely have some like rock roots. I love that kind of stuff. So I think that was the first one that I ever bought. And then there are plenty others that are probably far more embarrassing, but yeah.
That's quite a credible choice. I was going to say, as an admission for your first record, that's quite cool, isn't it?
I'm happy that my brother made that decision because it's a good, I don't mind admitting that, but there are definitely some more embarrassing ones that I won't tell you.
Now, you're based in the States. You were here in London just a few weeks ago because you played at the Lexington in London. Unfortunately, I missed your gig. But I read on your Facebook post and on your Twitter profile that it was a show that was unforgettable. It's a very special night for you. What was the reason behind that? Was it because of the venue or the atmosphere? Or
I recorded my album in London, and I've been coming over there for like 3 years now, but I had never played my own show. So honestly, I thought nobody would be there. So to get on stage and have a packed room, the audience was just like they really seemed to be inside of the songs with me, so responsive, and I just, it was just like, wow, like people are here, this is amazing. I'd done a few solo things, but to play with a band as well, I much prefer to do the full band kind of thing. So yeah, it was an exciting night for me.
What's the reason for the preference? Is it because you'd rather not be in the spotlight? Because I suppose when you're a solo performer, all the lights and the eyes are on you, aren't they? It must be quite difficult to have that attention.
It is, and I think some of the record's really diverse. There's some really heavy songs which Keep On Dreaming kind of gets there, but it's kind of middle of the road actually. So I'm excited for people to hear those kind of heavier band like full tracks, but then there's some soft ballads, and so it's fun to play those solo and to kind of give people that intimacy, but to get both sides of the coin, it's a lot easier with a full band. And like you said, I love performing, but it's nice to have that interaction with other people and to just be able to, I think I know people are probably watching me mainly because I'm singing, but in my mind I'm like, oh, they're probably just watching, they're not looking at me,
With your solo work, a lot of the lyrics deal with heartbreak, and they're very sensitive lyrics, and they're quite sad, It's quite a poignant subject matter, isn't it? A lot of them. Is that quite a difficult thing for you when you're performing? Have you ever broken down on stage? Have you ever lost it?
No, knock on wood, not yet. No, I haven't, but it being my first record, the songs were written within, like, the first one I wrote when I was like 14, and the most recent one was, I was 24. So it's a wide range of like different experiences, and so the biggest challenge I think is when you're performing is to keep making the songs be relatable for you and for the audience. But if you're not really connecting to it as a performer, I think people can sense that. So you don't want to break down crying, but you want to be really connected to it. And sometimes you need to find new ways to reinvent the song for yourself in order to do that,
Another reason why I love you is the fact that you're on One Little Indian the label, which I think hosts many great acts. It's the home to Chumbawamba, Credit to Nation, Björk as well, and the Sugarcubes' old stuff before Björk went solo. It must be quite a great thing for you to be on such a brilliant label now. I think it was last year you were signed, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've lost track of time. I think it was like the end of 2014, very end. But I'm really happy with where I'm at with the label. I mean, I hadn't heard of them, or I hadn't known that those artists that I loved were signed to them. And then when I did some research after, you know, they had kind of, Derek had shown some interest in me, I was like, oh my God, like all these people are with, you know, they're, you know, really credible artists. And the thing that really struck me was, to me, a lot of their roster, they're artists that do what they want to do. And so to me, it was like, okay, well, this is a label that really respects the artist and gives them creative control, and doesn't probably tell people, no, you have, you know, they don't put people in boxes, which for me was something that was really important to me. I wanted to be able to, you know, make decisions and be the kind of artist that I wanted to be, and they've really respected that.
Do you get time to watch movies or TV?
I mean, even with movies, it's like I've never seen like Harry Potter or like Lord of the Rings, Star Wars. Like I just people. It's
because they're so long. That's why.
I know.
I don't blame you.
That you're really like setting aside part of your life, but I just, I mean, I do sometimes watch TV shows, and I guess being on the road, that's something that is really good for killing time, because you end up just, you know, being in hotels all the time. This is so lame, but there's like a show on Netflix called Chef's Table, which is not really a show. It's like a documentary on chefs. Right. But I'm big into food, so that's like, I'm a foodie, so I love.
Oh, okay, no, I'm with you on that. But you like the fly on the wall type stuff, as opposed to the fiction and, you know, like the dramas. Or
God, I don't even know. I guess I watched Narcos recently, and that was.
Oh, that was amazing, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like, I can't stand all the like blood and guts, so it got a little violent for me. I was like, eh.
Yeah, so you wouldn't do The Evil Dead, not that series that was on recently.
No.
That was
like the bass player that plays in my band is like so into TV shows and so into all that gory stuff. Yeah. And every time he recommends something to me, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll check it out. And then he tells me more, and I'm like, never mind, that was not gonna work. That was not gonna work. But, yeah, I gotta get back on I gotta find something. I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, okay. We'll do a continuation. We'll do a part 2. I'll hold you to that.
Okay.
Now, we've got a multiple choice question for you. You've got to swing one way or the other. If you got the chance to hang out with Boy George or Ellen Degeneres, who would you choose and why?
Probably Ellen. She's funny. I think she'd make me laugh, and I think she'd probably maybe like my music. I've been trying to get in touch with Ellen for a long time, actually. So that's
you've got to do her show.
I know. That's on my to-do list. So
okay, well, fingers crossed.
Okay, yeah. Well,
you've got to let me know as soon as you know. I want to break that news.
Yes, I will. You'll be the first to know when it happens. Yeah.
So you're coming back to the UK soon? We want to see you again.
Yeah, I'll be back. I have to get my flight, but it's looking like early September, and then I'll probably just stay until Christmas, and just I think we're starting to kind of put the pieces together, do some shows, and just get the live stuff going. So yeah, it's gonna be a good few months once I get back. So it'll be good.
It's exciting times, isn't it?
It is. It'll be figuring out if I am going to be writing when I'm on the road. I know every artist is different with that. You know, some people like thrive doing that. Some people just can't do it at all. So, but I think no matter what, it's going to be always important to make sure I've got time where I'm just like, you know, not doing anything hectic, and I can just really just turn off and try to just focus on writing, you know. And
the album is due, do you know when? Is there a rough date for it? Or
rough date, I'd say February, March next year. So. Okay.
You're keeping us waiting.
I know.
Tenterhooks.
Well, hey, I'm not. It's the people that apparently know these things that are telling me that's time. So well,
they say the best things come to those who wait. So I guess that works, doesn't it? Yeah. It's good chatting to you, Sarah. All the best, and thanks for taking the time out.
Appreciate it.
See you soon.
Bye.